Representative Suhas Subramanyam joins us from Capitol Hill, Democrat from Virginia, a member of the Oversight and Accountability Committee, and also a member of the Space Science and Technology Committee. Representative, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
What has been your reaction to not only what occurred in Iran over the weekend by the United States, but what happens after that?
A couple of things. One, I think Congress should be a part of the decision-making process, and we should be consulting with Congress when it comes to declaring war and bombing nations like Iran. Second, we still haven't gotten a full intelligence briefing. There's been a lot of conflicting information coming from the administration as to both the impetus for those attacks as well as the results of those attacks. I mean, we saw reporting that it wasn't as effective as the president said. And so we don't know what to trust anymore. This feels a lot like the Iraq War in some ways, when there was conflicting and sometimes intelligence that wasn't accurate. And so we'd like to see the truth, and we want that transparency to be afforded to the American people.
The House briefing on Iran that you referenced is happening later in the week. What were you specifically told about why it didn't happen yesterday?
I was told nothing about why it didn't happen yesterday, and a lot of us were speculating that it didn't happen because the administration wanted to get its ducks in a row because they had an inconsistent message. I have a lot of questions about both why they decided to do this, when they did it, and the results of it, because again, they've given us conflicting information. And I'm a member of Congress, and I think every person in our community and our country deserves to know, not just me. So I'm looking forward to at least getting a straight answer from this administration.
Your House Speaker yesterday pushed back on this idea of a passage or an effort by some to pass a War Powers Act, putting more requirements on the president when he comes to military action. To what degree do you support that, and what do you think? What do you think about the effort to pass such a thing?
I'm supportive of it because if it's such an urgent thing that will have the buy-in of the country, then come to Congress, make us come back early. I don't mind coming in on a weekend or on an off week or a district work period and voting on it. If it's an emergency, we'll vote on it same day. But what shouldn't happen is the president, deciding on a whim to do things without actionable intelligence. And if he does have actionable intelligence, he needs to share that with Congress. And so we've already seen this president infringe upon Congress's powers when it comes to the power of the purse. And now we're seeing, when it comes to war powers, him doing the same thing. And again, this is not the right separation of powers. It's not good for the American people. It's not good when it comes to transparency and accountability to the American people.
There was an effort yesterday to offer impeachment articles against the president because of the acts in Iran. Did you support that?
I didn't support that because I felt like that should be a process that goes through the Congress. And something like this, I certainly believe that this was not legal, and I have real concerns, constitutional concerns about this. But I think that we have to pick our battles as a party when it comes to impeachment. This impeachment would never have gotten the votes to pass anyway. And so if this is a political process at this point, and we need to make sure that we're not just trying to impeach the president every week for everything he does, instead picking our battles when it comes to that. But I do think we need to hold this president accountable, and as the ranking member on military and foreign affairs, I do plan to do that. Our
guest will be with us just shortly before the top of the hour, and if you want to ask him questions, 202-748-8001 for Republicans, 202-748-8000 for Democrats and Independents, 202-748-8002. You can text us your questions or comments at 202-748-8003. Representative, your specialty, or one of your specialties, is that of cybersecurity. As far as a reaction from Iran, people think militarily, but is cybersecurity an option for Iran? And to what degree are you concerned about that?
Yeah, one of the concerns I've had is that we're having a lot of people in our federal workforce get fired who were probationary and had technology expertise. We have a lot of cybersecurity experts at the Department of Defense who left because they were chased out by an administration that wants to traumatize our federal workforce. So what does that mean when it comes to warfare? It makes us less safe because Iran has top cybersecurity experts. They have a great drone program. They have a lot of military capabilities, and a lot of these wars now are not going to be fought with just tanks and guns. They're going to be fought when it comes to cyberspace, when it comes to AI, and when it comes to infiltrating other countries. And so the way we have to do this is have our top technology experts be ready for Iran attacks. And I think this is going to continue. Whether it's China, Iran, or any of our other adversaries, we have to be ready when it comes to cyber attacks. And I want us to be more ready. I'm not sure if we're as ready as we need to be.
Can you elaborate on that, especially in the nature of asymmetrical warfare? Is it manpower? Is it technological power? Or where are we deficient?
It's all of the above. Right now, we need more technology talent in the federal government. A lot of the talent in Silicon Valley or Northern Virginia, where I live, is ready and willing to serve our country. But again, we're setting up a system in the federal government that's chasing out technology talent. And so a lot of the best people that we recruited over the past 4 years who were listed as probationary were actually fired. So that's bad for our country. And so then when you have Iran, who sometimes even forces top technologists to work for them and help their military. When you have them as an adversary, we're at a disadvantage. And so yes, it's people and it's the technology that they can build. It's also the cybersecurity systems that we build. We need to make sure that we're modernizing our cybersecurity and IT systems to be ready for attacks on them.